Hey, it's Anthony Iannarino of thesalesblog.com, right here, youtube.com/Iannarino, author of book number 1, The Only Sales Guide You'll Ever Need, available on Amazon.com. And now The Lost Art of Closing, and this is a galley copy of my second book, which is going to be released on August 8th, 2017, so just under 60 days from now. And here's the deal. These are autographed copies of the book. For people that signed up for Iannarino.io, when you sign up, I'm going to send you an autographed copy of this book. So those will be going out tomorrow. And these books are going out to companies who are considering buying The Lost Art of Closing for their entire sales team. And there's going to be all kinds of bonuses that go with this. But the mistake I made launching the first book, The Only Sales Guide You'll Ever Need, is that I asked clients and people that I know to buy the book in bulk. And they continue to ask me the same question. Can I read it first? I'm happy to buy the book, but I'd like to at least read it first. And I didn't have the books to give them. So this time we changed the order on that. So if you're watching this and you have a company and you'd like to buy this book for your whole team, reach out, just link in with me down here in the show notes. So you can find me at thesalesblog.com, the contact page, and we'll put together a package for you. There's all kinds of packages for everything from 10 books all the way up to 1,000, and those will get posted here pretty soon. But I want to give you the chance, if you want to read it for your team and you want to evaluate it, we'll get this copy of the book to you. A galley copy, so it's uncorrected, but it's mostly edited. There's not too many things. I read the book. There might be 1 or 2 things that still need to be corrected in there, but there's not much. Okay, with the time that we have here, which isn't all that long, I want to talk about the newsletter that I sent out today about the death of social selling. And I didn't choose the death of social selling as the name of the event that I'm going to be doing with Sales for Life, and I'll be joined by Joe Rowley and Gabe Larson from InsideSales.com to have a conversation about where we are with social selling. And I didn't choose that because I never believed the death of anything. Right now you're seeing the death of retail and the death of all these other things, and in about 2 years you're going to see the miraculous resurgence of retail, like a phoenix coming up from the ashes. People are going back in stores. And retail is definitely being adjusted to this new accelerating disruptive environment that we live in, but it's not going to go away anytime soon. I was at the mall to go to the Apple store last week, and it's packed every single day. So it's not over, and neither is social selling. But I will give you my view of this in a way that I think should help you make sense of it. There's a great book by Robert Coram called Boyd. And Boyd was an Air Force general who worked with the Air Force, maybe he worked against the Air Force, to get them to build better planes. What the Air Force was trying to do was make planes that would go further, faster, and longer than other planes. And what Boyd said he wanted was a rocket with a lawn chair and missiles and guns on the front of it. And what he accused the Air Force of doing was gold plating by putting ladders on the side of a plane and giant radars and all these other things that wouldn't help in a dogfight. And what he was most concerned about is a dogfight and winning in a contest. And that's what we do in sales. We're in a competitive displacement business. We're always competing. And what we want to do is win. So when Boyd would testify in front of Congress, and you can actually go out and just search and watch the videos of him doing this, or you can read the book by Robert Coram, which I recommend, he would always say the same thing. People, ideas, technology, in that order. And what he was accusing the Air Force of doing is what I'm accusing sales organizations and people who are developing tools for salespeople of right now doing, is putting the technology before the people and before the ideas. And this is to get everything exactly backwards. Social selling, the tools do allow you to have some communication, and you do have some intimate communication, and you have a one-to-many communication, which is great. And so I'm not anti-social selling tools. In fact, I would argue that of all the people that use the tools, I may use them more and to as good effect as almost anyone, because I over-index there and I produce a lot of content. So I get it. But there's a challenge in having other people do that, number one. And it first matters, who is the person that's communicating with your client? That's why I say that if I had to train, I could find you 30 things to train on before I would ever get to social selling. And here's why. The person that's dealing with your client matters more than anything else. That's the determining factor. That's the person that they're going to look at and say, I want this person on my team. I trust this person. This person can create economic value greater than anyone else. This person belongs here. They're a peer. They have great insight. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is ideas. And so the social world runs on content. And so the people who are winning are the people who have ideas that resonate in the marketplace, and specifically in this one area. Why should I change? What should I do different? After that, then you can get to the technology. But what we're doing now, at least many people are doing this, is they're substituting the technology for actually building the right people to serve their clients, and without developing the right ideas to serve their clients, the two things that matter far more than the technology ever will. And listen, I would never tell anyone not to be on LinkedIn. I've said if you have gray hair and you decide you want to opt out of this, you're wrong. And I would tell young people, look, if you're trying to opt out of the phone, you're wrong. The most important thing is to let the tool serve the mission, but start with who are you becoming? What value are you going to create? How are you going to differentiate yourself in a crowded marketplace? And how are you going to create value? That's the starting point. And that's why I did these books in this order. This is all about you becoming the best salesperson you can. And this book is all about actually helping other people change. It's the first book for people who have to ask for commitments and can't do it in a way that sounds self-oriented or smarmy. I'm Anthony Iannarino. Hit the subscribe button. This is Every Day. And while we're at it, get things in the right order. People, ideas, and then technology.